So for the first time since the Washington Commanders released Jonathan Allen, he broke his silence and talked about why the Washington Commanders did. In this little clip that we're about to watch, did he expose the truth behind the reason Adam Peters decided to move on from him and his philosophy behind it all? Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries, like...
Stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Jonathan Allen finally breaking his silence after the Washington Commanders, in fact, chose to release him, and how he really feels about it, and what was the reasoning behind it. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So what's good, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? It is very hot outside. I'm not gonna hold you. And I just want to talk to you right quick, man. It's slow right now. Content wise, it is slow. It ain't really much to talk about. So this is the time for you. Yes, you out there to have your video featured on the channel. Go in the comment section. Leave me some video ideas, and every time I use one of your video ideas, I'm going to give you credit, all right? Again, this is the perfect time to take advantage of it because there's nothing to talk about, and you guys know me. I like to record videos every day and upload at least 2 times a day. But right now, your boy needs some help. But let's talk about John Allen. First and foremost, again, no love lost from John Allen, right? I thank him for everything he did here in Washington over the course of his career. He's going to always have a home here in Washington. First of all, we're the team that drafted him. He is a DMV native, right? He's from VA, and he grew up a Washington Commanders fan. And although his tenure here didn't really bring that much memorable excitement, he still was one of the only guys outside of Terry McLaurin that stood up for this franchise in the face of adversity, in the face of all the Dan Snyder scandals and the name change and this and that and that. When we had no legit star player, Jonathan Allen was the one that said, hey, I'll be that. I'll step up and answer all the questions. I'll be the face of the franchise. Anytime they need me to go out and have a public appearance, I'll be that guy. Anytime it comes from leading the locker room and getting the guys amped, I'll be that guy. Now, obviously, it didn't always be positive, right? We know we had the confrontation with Deron Payne a couple years ago. He had the outburst last season where he was like he was tired of this, and he opened up about, requesting a trade and stuff like that and wanting out of Washington when we were, in fact, losing and didn't have the turnaround just yet. However, along with, Jonathan Allen feeling that way, the production on the field also was decreasing. So at the same rate, we got what he was feeling. Like, yes, no one wants to lose. Fans been here 20, 30, 40 years, you know what I'm saying? And we've been through it, the all in all the same. We're tired of losing just as much as the players, right? But essentially what a lot of fans got fed up with Jonathan Allen is like, bro, how can you come out and request a trade and say you're effing tired of this and this, you're tired of losing, which again we understand, but you're not contributing to the issue. Now again, was it all Jonathan Allen's fault? No. I mean, it was quarterback, it was bad coaching, not really good personnel at positions outside of him, but him being the star player at the time, him being the Pro Bowler, the contract extension guy, face of the Commanders at the time outside of Terry McLaurin, and this vaunted interior defensive line with Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, you were supposed to step up. You were supposed to step up year in and year out. And Terry McLaurin, my guy, year in, year out, he has it harder than anybody. and he still performed. But you didn't hear Terry, hey man, I went out. The closest thing you heard Terry say was, yeah man, felt like I ran a lot of cardio today, which wasn't his fault, right? Eric Bieniemy was just horrible. But it'd be different if you were contributing, you were getting 10, 11 and a half sacks, and you were just being a menace on the defensive side of the ball, and we were still losing. Of course, we would get you 100%. And in fact, you would probably still be a Washington Commander if your production on the field matched up with your contract.
In the NFL, it's very hard to play your entire career on 1 year. New regime came in, they had a path that they wanted to follow, and I wasn't a part of that. So, I mean, I got to give them a lot of credit for doing me a favor and releasing me when they did. But things just didn't work out for whatever reason.
So, getting into this clip, Jonathan Allen basically said, "Yeah, man, the new regime had a plan that they put out, and I wasn't in those plans, and unfortunately, we had to part ways." And he said he respects the Washington Commanders for doing that, and for even releasing him and allowing him to seek options prior to free agency, and even in fact trying to trade him. So again, no bad blood lost between the two sides. In fact, again, this is how we do business now. It's not no shady business in terms of trying to get over on players or hold grudges against players. We don't have that kind of personnel anymore. We're doing what's best for both the team and the player. And again, I do think this is what was best. Unfortunately, Washington wasn't able to get obviously draft capital back. However, we were able to get clear some cap space, and we were able to allow him to go to a team in which he probably will be able to finish off his career, or at least revive it to an extent. Maybe he fits into that Vikings defense that can help him, shake back. Because I would love to see Jonathan Allen be really good. But again, it was time for change, and that's simply Adam Peters' philosophy, right? We no longer have to keep guys and hold on to guys because we don't know if we're going to get another guy like him. We're not going to know if we're going to be able to replace him. He's looked at as the star player. You know what I'm saying? For years and upon years, Jonathan Allen, we held on to him like he was this gold. And I'm not trying to diss him or nothing like that, but we held on to him, and Deron Payne, we looked at these guys as if they were just elite because that's the best we've seen. But you look across the league, you look at so many other defensive linemen that are much better. You know what I'm saying? And that is the elite company we should want. And that's the trajectory that we're headed in now. We're no longer on a 3-13 team, 3-14 team, 4-13 team, in which you have to somewhat keep these guys because they're the only legit guys you have. Times have changed and true colors have shown. You're not really that guy. You're cool, but we were putting you on this pedestal because we had no guys. Now that we're getting guys, and we're going to continue to get guys because we have that guy at quarterback, and we have that head coach, and we have that general manager that's going to put teams out there that's going to allow us to attract free agents and allow us to draft the best possible players. We're no longer having to hold on to guys because we're the prize now. We're the chase. We're what other teams and players want to be like and want to come play for. So you don't have to keep Jonathan Allen. You can get rid of Deron Payne next year if, in fact, he doesn't, live up to the contract that he signed. He doesn't perform again, right? So that's essentially what it was, and that I don't blame them for doing it at all. Again, like you weren't performing, and we need to get guys in there, Johnny Newton, Dietrich Wise, and Eddie Goldman, and a slew of other guys. Maybe even go in the draft, right? Like we got other guys that we feel like can come in and contribute better on a much cheaper deal. So I agree with this philosophy. I love it. I love every move that we made. I don't disagree with it at all. And again, would I have loved Jonathan Allen to retire as a commander like a Terry McLaurin? Hell yeah, of course. But if you ain't performing, man, then what can we do for you? Nothing. Performance is everything in life, right? You not giving the results to your company, what are they going to do? They're going to eventually move on from you. And that's essentially what happened here. But again, he built up enough equity across the league and had other teams looking at him, as this star defensive lineman. So, of course, he got, 50 mil or something like that from the Vikings because of the work he put in. So, shout out to him, and I wish him the best, and I hope he turns up in Minnesota. But it was time to wash our hands clean, of course. As you guys know, that's the reason why Adam Peters, in fact, decided to cut ties with him. And this is no surprise. It's just interesting to finally hear from the horse's mouth of his perception of why things went down. But it's what he said, we already knew. But now we are officially talking about it and putting a close on it. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. How do you guys feel about the Jonathan Allen move now? Do you think we're going to end up regretting letting go of Jonathan Allen? Or do you think we'll be able to find the replacements, hence our past free agency class that we just put together, or maybe even draft? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. As always, me, boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I want to go to 10,000 subscribers. Please help me get there as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all be blessed and stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
Never gave up on ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.